The next question had to do with media rights. And I think that is one of the most important topics that all of us must respectfully take time to read about. We invited bids from companies and groups who may be interested in being partners of the FA to acquire our TV rights. Just by way of history, we had 7 interested companies being interested. At the end of the bid process, we engaged all the 7 interested companies. The bid from Startimes was approved by the council, not only because it was the highest bid, and for the purposes of this engagement, let me say this, that we had a bid. The first 2 bids in terms of figures were the highest. The first 2 bids in terms of figures were the highest. In fact, the first bid could have been a game changer. But we decided as a council to conduct due diligence, and after the initial process, we decided not to go with the first bid, which was the highest in terms of figures. Same was the situation with the second bid. The third bid was that of Startimes. The fourth bid, in terms of figures, was that of GBC. We engaged all the bidding companies, including GBC, and we informed same of the turnout of the process. Indeed, after our engagement with GBC, they came back again with a letter with a new offer outside the bid time, which would have been very unprofessional on our part to accept, given the fact that all the other bidding companies didn't have that opportunity. Back and forth, we have seen the work of Startimes. Even though, as a council, we've not had the first re-evaluation meeting, but from what we see on the screens, it's a massive improvement on what we are used to seeing with Startimes during the first engagement. Nevertheless, we continue to engage GBC and all other interested parties who are still interested in being part of the football calendar. And I'm very, very positive that soon you would see other TV stations also being part of our football relationship via the Startimes channel. The last question has to do with MTN FA Cup. Let me just say that it's unfortunate that we have issues with the MTN FA Cup, because it's a product that has always run very, very smoothly. It's a product that has gained not only the confidence of a giant company like MTN, but also the entire sporting populace. What we went through the last few days prior to the commencement of the MTN FA Cup season was quite unfortunate. But it's important that I make these things clear here, that the engagement we have with MTN was signed in 2017. The engagement was made public, and it's not a new relationship at all. before the new relationship with MTN, we had a sponsorship agreement with MTN that had a fiscal cash value of 1 million Ghana cedis and a product component of 100,000 Ghana cedis, making it 1.1 million. In 2017, we had a new engagement with MTN. The direct cash investment from MTN came down to 800,000 Ghana cedis and a product component of 310,000 Ghana cedis. This is clear. This is not new. This was made public in 2017. So as to why and how all of a sudden there is mistrust coming from some of our clubs, it's most unfortunate. Nevertheless, we engage, and the subcommittee of the FA Cup would engage and continue to engage all participants in our competitions. Indeed, the Football Association is still looking for new partners, new investors in the product. Because clearly, if you have 800,000 as opposed to 1 million, values will never be the same. Values will never be the same. That is not to say that when clubs are not happy, clubs must threaten to boycott official competitions. That is also not acceptable. It's important that we use the process of engagements on official levels to resolve our problems. And this is what the FA is committed to doing. The FA Cup has come to stay. It's a massive product. It's a product that needs attention. It's a product that needs investment. And the Council is committed at our strategy in convincing both the private sector and the public sector in investing in not only the FA Cup, but all our products. Thank you.